Clank, the original series.
Well, welcome back. So, Clank. The simple way of putting this is that showed up in the yard one day, filmed the Clank. Showed up in the yard the next day, filmed another Clank. Showed up the third day.
The first 3 movies were filmed literally one day after another. Back to back. The fourth one, I think, a little later, like a month later or something.
A couple of months later.
Okay.
2010, June.
We were like, okay, we have to make something new. Can't be Star Wars.
Gotta need a new IP.
I guess we threw out different genres, and then someone said agent movie. And we're like, oh, that's, that could be something.
And that caught on.
Then we told David, oh, agent movie. And I think at that time David was a big fan of Chuck, the TV show. Here's a picture of that. I was reading a book series about child agents. Here's a picture of that. David said, okay, let's film it. And then I guess we just threw a bunch of different ideas together, film something with like him trying to get some like, I don't know, some pencil.
Well, the first movie is about him finding the pencil, right? So it begins with him going into this corridor, and we have the laser scene. We utilized tape on the walls.
And I think that's probably the most memorable scene because we actually tried to do something different.
Were you there that day?
It was
all 3 of us.
All 3 of us?
Yeah.
And he's the cop that you beat up, David.
But down there with the lasers.
Yes. You're like, just a minute, sir. My shoelace is untied.
Fuck me.
I would say like it's the best scene.
It's the most memorable scene. It's how it begins.
From the whole series.
Yeah, of the whole series, of the original series. Yeah.
Well, actually, there's one more that could potentially be top it. We'll get there when we get there.
Okay.
Oh god.
He fights off bad guys, ninjas, cops. Cops are always corrupt in this universe. We don't do that anymore.
Make me shoot you. You know I'm a cop.
You know I work for the government.
Yeah. Oh.
That's the first movie.
He ends up fighting the Kingpin, which is me, with a pillow. So I look like I'm
you
overweight.
slice him.
And he slices me. And then and then Clank is injured and he wakes up and Dr. Alfred has helped him.
Oh.
And then he gets a phone call and it's the agent leader saying, we got a new mission for you. To save the world again? Well, I gotta go to work.
Yeah.
And that's the first one.
Second movie, Clank and Klunc. Klunc is evil twin or whatever.
This might be the most entertaining one, like constantly entertaining one, because this one has energy. It opens right off the bat with a guy pulling a gun on Clank and it's like, why do you want to kill me? And David's attitude, like David has found the attitude of Clank in this one, and he goes around killing everyone.
Psycho Clank is what I like to call this.
The second movie, he beats up people, he meets his evil brother wants to, I don't know, blow up the world or something.
Have construct an enormous laser. What are you intending to do with that, bro? I will uphold the galaxy and everyone who's gonna think I am the hero. They'll never believe that you are a hero. No, but they're gonna believe you are. But they're not gonna know I am you.
Yeah, Clank gets stabbed.
I love you, brother, for some reason. And then I die.
It's supposed to be dramatic. The second one has this scene where he's fighting a bunch of ninjas, and there's like so many Emilios just running out back and forth. That scene is just pure entertainment, and then he fights the ninja master.
Yeah, you have killed my man and the ninja of Griselda. Yeah, I remember him. It was fun to kill.
That's a whole streak of just fun, and you can see that we have a lot of ideas, and it's the 3 of us, but we're making it work. Like we're not being lazy, let's say, for being us 11 years ago.
And then we have Clanks Revenge. So now Clank continues his personal mission to stop his brother from destroying the world. So I guess I didn't get caught in the second movie, and I'm still going on. And in this one, I think the Kingpin returns in the bad guy from the first movie, and it turns out
he returned in the second one already. So it's like, is he alive or not?
Which one is it where I jump out of Kingpin?
Oh, that's the third one.
Okay, so in this one he's like a robot, and I've been controlling him, and I guess, or like Clank has been controlling him.
Second time, was it a robot or the real one? Real one. Real one?
We established that Clank might be working for another mysterious man wearing a skeleton mask and like a hat.
There's something I want to save the world. Me as a monster. Go to hell, Beefo.
We opened the third one with the mysterious skeleton man, Clank's brother's employer. wanting to have a meeting with his brother, right?
You know where this is.
And then we go to Clank being nurtured back to health by his cop friend. Clank goes on his revenge rampage, right? Leads to Emilio having ketchup on his face a lot because David just continues to beat him up.
Well, yes, several cops.
And then Clank's like having so much fun because he comes back but with a hat on. He goes, "I'm a different person. Like, are you not the same guy who beat me up? No, I'm a different guy." And guess what? It's me. And beats him up again. So Clank's just a psycho.
So that's what you get, sucker.
The Psycho Clank.
But yeah, so the skeleton guy that's been employing his evil twin brother is Clank.
Yeah.
Who are you, then?
Me, a good friend of yours.
I want to see your face.
Why?
How does you know who I am?
You've been employing me and I need to know now.
It's a little bit fishy how we can disappear when my brothers die.
Farewell.
Farewell. Well, you might have a shock now, so prepare yourself. And he takes off the mask and it's David. And then Emilio says, "You?" And David says, "All the time, boy."
You!
All the time, boy.
What does that mean?
So I guess it was him the whole time.
So you're like, I guess Clank was evil then?
He employed his own brother to destroy the world?
Or maybe he's
David?
just like... I don't know, maybe he's just like
right, me.
double agent.
You came up with this stuff.
The boys won't expect this. And then you guys are like, okay.
The plot of these movies were like pretty much just we came up with on the spot, so it's incomprehensible.
The third one ends with Clank on a boat and he's like, "I'm Clank, secret agent Clank. You're like on your way to like a new mission and like we have a new horizon of stories to tell, you know."
Yeah, I got my friends from my school to join, so maybe I met them at school and told them, or was it before, I don't remember. So we have Clank and the gloves, which I guess you get gloves, which is, you know, from Chuck, that he has like, they make you like powerful in fighting. He wants to find out who gave him the gloves.
Who gave me those? And why are people yet? Go, go, go! Yes, sir.
Opens with Clank like being promoted, but Clank decides to take a break for a while, and then he goes to his home and he gets
Captured.
yeah,
by
he gets
soldiers.
captured arrested in his own home.
He fights them off.
You're under arrest. You're under arrest. You're under arrest by the cops.
We reveal that the gloves somehow magically make him be able to be free from his bonds, and that's when he starts beating everyone up again, and everyone goes, "I have peace, I have kids, I have family," and
Please, I have a wife and shit.
Clank shoots
That
them.
whole era. Fuck.
Yeah, that whole era. We had more guys, we had like the friends, so we had more people to be part of the action scene as well.
I have a wish. You can't shoot me. Okay, I surrender.
Well, guess what? I have a vest too, and this one I did the same mistake as last time.
You have a vest. I do too. And this time I'm not gonna do the same mistake as the last time. You stay here. What the hell? You're having fun? I am. This is what I call motherfucker.
Whoop! Let's do it without guns.
Ready? Yeah, sure. Why not?
You are so easy.
He meets the janitor. I don't know how does he meet the janitor?
So he just meets a janitor. He just meets one janitor.
I
And
guess
here's
he's just
the villain?
working. Yeah, like, he's working nearby, and what happens is, for some reason, they have to get to some base, and the janitor knows. I don't know why the janitor has to come with him, but he knows whatever to stop the
Because
problem.
there's nobody else that can give him the information, and
So,
Clank's trying to interrogate him and is beating him up.
You boss, you're the janitor. Okay, you boss, you better tell me how the hell you enter that thing or I'll kill you.
And the only way to enter the base is to touch this cat. And if you touch the cat, you will teleport somehow inside the base.
You have to.
This is something
pet the
David
cat.
came up on the spot, probably because he wanted to pet the neighbor's cat that lived in the yard at that time. So literally what happens for I don't know how long, 10 minutes maybe?
Yeah, in the raw footage.
It's just
that's-
us
And the raw footage has even more. I think that might have been 20 minutes of David running after Emilio, like, "Hey, you, help me!"
Well, it's just pretty much us trying to, because for the scene of us petting the cat, we have to actually pet the cat.
So the cat doesn't run away from us.
But yeah, the cat just runs away from us, so it's just us chasing the cat till we touch it.
I don't even remember touching the cat.
And then we teleport in.
So you're walking in the base, and then the janitor tricks you. Oh. He was evil the whole time, and he closes the door, and then sleeping gas.
Yeah.
And then Clank just wakes up for like a little moment for an extra evil surprise from the janitor.
Oh yeah, it pisses on him.
Oh yeah, the janitor takes a piss on Clank.
And then Clank wakes up, and we have the classic, interrogation scene with a janitor holding a golden gun at him, and Inga's there for some reason.
Pretty much Clank fights his way out, and that's where the movie ends, because it was never finished.
Well, yeah, it ends with like the gloves becoming his pants.
My gloves! They became my pants. Oh, it's so retarded, you know?
and then a henchman decides to cut Clank's hair because David had a haircut the day before.
I can use my sword to cut your hair. I want to train a little bit. That's good.
Nice, thanks.
Oh.
My money.
Your money? I just tried to fight you. You wanna die?
No.
It's a little chilly outside. It's a little chilly.
Getting kind of chilly out here. Yeah, actually.
Theoretically, the main villain in Clank and the Gloves is the janitor.
Yes, he's the janitor.
Yeah, they do have Easter egg of the janitor in
Red
Mosaic as he being like a mini villain. I think we were filming, and then we were done for the day.
Oh, I remember the last scene. Should I tell? Because I'll show the footage. I'll talk about it.
Let's show the footage, I guess.
Clank is captured by.
Yes, by electricity thing that like electrifies like your balls or something.
Don't move. Your penis like electric.
What are you doing? Oh!
Yeah, somehow he's able to remove it. He goes, "You're so dead."
You're so dead.
And he runs after him. And that's how it ends.
But I think we were probably done filming for that day, and then we just never like decided to continue on filming. Like it's not like we stopped on set. Like this is crap.
It's over.
It's just like
it was.
I think we just never continued on because we were like, I don't know.
Because David said, "I want to make 6 of these."
Yes, but you see, David said that, but he didn't mean it clearly. Someone didn't get the memo, and that's how we get to Clank
And the Goldscar.
And the Goldscar.
I'm like, okay, we have to end the series somehow.
Dude, why?
When was Goldscar film?
I started in 2012.
I
And this was
remember
2010.
specifically.
So this is 2 years later.
It was 2 years later. I remember specifically, like Polly being like talking to us, like we gotta film Clank, we gotta do Clank, and I remember both me and Emilio. So it wasn't just me. I remember Emilio as well being like, "I'm done."
There's one more thing to remember.
Why
And
is
it's
the
the
thing to
fact
remember?
that this is the last time we filmed with Emilio's friends from school, because they showed up and said, "We want to film something. We want to film something," and this is 2012. And I said, "Well, here are some ideas." And they said, "You know what? The Clank one. Well, I want to film the Clank one." I said, "Sure, we can start some scenes with you guys." And we started filming the prologue together.
Oh yeah, that's why we have like the agent in the intro fighting and stuff. Yeah. But anyway, so the plot of that one is, I guess someone's killing off agents.
Mm-hmm.
Clank is retired.
All spies must die.
And then the agent returns to Clank like, "We need you, because everyone else is dead. We need to find out what's going on. Who's killing them all."
Goldscar?
I don't know, yeah. And then Clank's like, "Okay, I'll do it." And he wants to find out what happened to his brother.
We're gonna tie
something.
up all the loose ends.
Yeah, literally Clank is walking around town getting attacked by people just like in the open, and then he gets beat up by Crane, which is the first appearance. Oh, and he's being followed by the other agent that's, I guess, helping him out.
The gloves. Why, thank you, CIS. Okay, not that bad.
And then he's captured, he fights his way out, and he talks to Goldscar, and then he...
There was a long break in between filming though at a point, so we ended up finishing it by early summer 2013. So
No one really wanted to make the movie, but we already started it, so we're like, okay, let's at least end it, because we don't really like to do unfinished projects.
Sure,
If
no
you-
one
if you-
likes
if you-
doing
yeah.
an unfinished project, but I think there's nothing wrong, especially back then.
But it
That's
felt
the
really bad
difference.
because we left the Star Wars movie hanging, so it felt bad. So I think that was like
Well,
we
then
wanted to
why
sort of
didn't you-
like
why didn't you
make up for
Why
it
don't we just do that one instead?
because you really didn't want to.
really,
Yeah.
that doesn't feel right. I really didn't want to do more Clank.
Well, you really didn't want to do
I
anything.
guess
then.
you preferred. You already did Clank and Star Wars. So
Bro,
I guess you really did want to
dude,
do the
that
Star
one
Wars movie.
scene, that one scene when Polish trying to do like he's playing Goldscar
I need to be
he's
interrogated.
and I could not give a fuck, and that like I'm almost like deliberately ruining it so we
Yeah.
don't have to continue.
Franklin, is that you? Wow, you look so much better. I like the hat.
Shut up! Secret, Agent Clank? Is there nothing of that left?
No.
Don't you have the pencil? Answer, goddammit! You were the last agent we had to kill.
Well, if there was no more agents, then why would there be a base?
The leader is still there.
Well, we can't really do anything about it because if you killed everybody else.
Don't try to be funny, slave.
And
You're
plus,
still here.
oh, they probably removed the
Take us
base.
to the base.
Go ahead.
It's so fucking funny.
But again, this movie, the same thing happened.
Polly, are you displeased?
I'm very displeased.
I did. Oh, so
But what happened
hot.
to this movie was pretty much everyone was done. Nobody wanted to make it. In
Which
the
is
end.
why it was like, why
So-
are we even bothering? Like, if no one wants to make this,
So the
why are
movie-
we
It was a
That-
burden,
torturing
dude. So
ourselves?
like,
Yeah.
let's not do the same mistake.
But it's
twice.
not a mistake. It's just like we are burdening ourselves to make something we don't like.
Because David, you once were super motivated
Once.
and inspired us in return. I was like, let's bring that spark out of David again. Let's bring it out of him again. Let's finish off the series together, like we started. Let's have some fun together.
But
on a high
The
note.
problem with that is with this is that regardless of people being clearly done with this, and by some miracle of me accepting to finish this, Paoli wasn't satisfied and decided to make plans for one more, even though I was very vocal about being done with this.
But that's a story.
Well,
for another
all
day.
I'll say with that is
Because
all I'll
we
say
want to
with-
fulfill the sixth
no,
movie
but
idea.
no, I did not want to. You wanted to fulfill this idea. I did. If fair is fair, and
Well, we should be thankful.
oh yeah,
that
I don't
it happened
disagree.
the way it did.
I don't disagree. Ultimately speaking,
It's for the
life
better.
happened, and I literally couldn't be part of it. And Paolo decided to fill in. Although, arguably and technically speaking, that movie should have just not have been made. At
Well,
that
that's a story
point.
for another time. You know, Nemesis.
But I
that's-
just feel
that's
like it was important to mention, considering this is the precursor to it. Nemesis would have been, I guess, the ending
Yeah.
Of this,
to the
Yes.
series.
of this series, because
Yes.
Yes.
the idea is that these were all same series, while the Clank movies
So,
you watch
yeah.
now are,
Yeah.
their own
And
timeline.
same thing with Clank Nemesis being very much a reference to this series, or at least
It's because
specifically the last
it was
one.
done in
you know.
having David being the
Yeah.
main character in mind, but stuff happened and
Yeah.
we had to redo a lot of stuff.
That'll be a that one talk.
We
Honestly,
went through several
Honestly
Clank
speaking,
changes.
I feel like Clank series as a whole kind of deserves a bit of a talk by the movie. To be honest, I think it really is that kind of a thing.
I used to end it out here, since it was 3 years in between or OG and trying to do revival. Half relaunch. You don't necessarily have to know too much about this, so that's what we were trying to do.
This one ended just like Videos at 5, which we talked in the previous one, which
Yeah.
is pretty much just the three of us doing everything. You can see in the beginning, in the first half of the movie, until David gets captured, we have more people fighting. Second half, it's literally a camera on
Understand?
a stand
What
and
was that?
while sitting in the kitchen, and then David breaks out and fights literally me several times over.
And then murders Paoli.
Second appearance of Alfred as well.
Yeah, and how it ends is I can see like
He's gonna go and find his brother, have his final redemption with him.
and that's
I guess technically where Nemesis is basically. So
It
His-
is.
his
one
true
could
nemesis.
basically look at this original trilogy and Nemesis as the weird finale, and then one can also look at Nemesis as a start. As Paoli said, funny enough, parallel universe or whatever, it belongs in both, at the ending of one and at the beginning of another one in a weird way.
Yeah. See, this one actually got some good reactions on YouTube.
wait what?
Yeah, there were some comments saying, "Hey, this was really fun. Keep on making this kind of thing.
Well-
Hey, can you make Clank and Goldscar too?" So, but those were my Pivot fans who watched it and like, actually, this is kind of fun.
Thank you for watching. If you want us to make Clank
mini
and the
movie.
Goldscar 2,
leave,
write in the comments at least 5 comments or
yeah.
more.
So, what's your ID number? ID number? It's 042. 042. We don't use numbers. 042. Are you checking out a new update?
So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. And
A mini movie?
No.
subscribe.
But I was thinking about that. Please subscribe. I want to have...
At this point we should have, so no worries.
Make me shoot you.
Sony. The day Sony makes another handheld, I'll be at the door ready. Honestly, I'm willing to say so. Yeah, the next Vita they make, I'm ready to. I'll be willing to give them money.
Wait.
But I will wait with eagerness. I will say I will be like, you know what? Okay.
Yeah, I mean the PSP will
As long
always
as you
be,
do the right choice, as long as you do the right thing. Okay.
So that was our discussion about the PSP.
Yeah,
Well, isn't this also the thing though that the big consoles also now have ways to be handheld small.
Well, I
consoles
guess
as well.
the only one that's really proven that is the Nintendo Switch.
So maybe that's what they were trying. Maybe that's what they're gonna try to do.
I
We'll
guess,
see.
but it'd be too much like, oh, it's the Switch.
Okay,
Fuck